Hello, accidentally cut off tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Death Knights of Krynn with me, BlueAnkylo. So last episode may have ended on a strange note. I didn't realize it till later, but at some point while we were in the town of Gargith doing some inventory management, the episode accidentally ended a little bit early. Don't worry though, you didn't really miss very much at the end of last episode. All we did was scribe some spells from our magic scrolls. So if you didn't see it, we've added in, you know, Disintegrate and Iron Skin from the scrolls, and whatever else we had laying around. I think, yeah, we got Cone of Cold and Cloud Kill on our White Mage. I think that's pretty much all we did. Just cleaned up our inventory a little bit. It shouldn't be too bad. Anyway, off camera then, we just walked back up, and now we'll continue our quest. So last episode, we found out that Cerberus, the cleric, was kidnapped. Went to Kalaman, where we found out that Ariella was actually a red dragon and killed her knight commander / lover. And then we met some other prisoner that told us about the Rod of Oblivion, or some fancy word, I forget, some kind of fancy rod that's over in Voice Wood. If you remember, Voice Wood is up here, this place. We did try to go here once before after visiting Dulcimer, defeating the Lich. And then we did not know how to get through the Fairy Wood. We do know the chant now. Cerberus told the prisoner in Kalaman. But I'm pretty sure you're supposed to do Cerberus before you go here. And we sort of did this one a little early. So we're going to go to Cerberus first. We were told in Gargith Outpost by this Ein knight person named Ein to go here and talk to some clerics. We're going to do that first. And maybe we'll get to Dulcimer and the woods next. Okay, so we've been to Cerberus a couple times, but maybe something will be different now. This is the main street leading into Cerberus. Oh, it did mention peasants are wearing mourning garb. They are mourning something. You face a bustling farmer's bazaar. The smell of cooking fills the air, and vendors good-naturedly haggle with their customers. Maybe that's the same as last time. Oh, this time there's a fortune teller. There was no fortune teller here last time we were here. A fortune teller stands behind a low table. His hood is pulled low over his eyes and face. Shall I tell you your fortune? Sure. The fortune teller studies you, and a shimmer of magic sweeps through the air. Your future is dark, he says. The path you walk leads to suffering and death. And he just walks out. Well, that doesn't tell me nothing. Of course lots of people are going to die. We're adventurers in Dungeons & Dragons. You've entered the main section of Cerberus. Many townspeople are here, talking in small groups. You ask the tavern keeper what's going on. Ah, you don't know? Some coward murdered the mayor in his sleep. The funeral's at the graveyard over the hill. Everyone's going. Well, things have definitely changed since the last time we were in Cerberus. Last time, no one would even talk to us. Friendly innkeeper shakes again. Oh yeah, I was a warrior myself once. More importantly, can we get into that armory now? Nope, no entrance to the armory. Maybe one day. This was an important tile back in Dulcimer. These are the stalks. But you should probably pay attention to stuff like that. Yeah. And then the Clerics House was this one, I think? There we go. A cleric welcomes you to his home. My name is Zachary, he says. What do you want to know about? Well, first let's ask about the mayor. I'm sure you've heard about the assassination of the mayor. I suspect it was part of a larger plot, possibly against all of Krynn. Would you like to hear about Dargard Keep? Might as well. Free the servants in the keep. You must lift their gaze by destroying their captors. We of Cerberus would be grateful for their rescue. Zachary sighs. There's no more I can tell you. Talk to the people in the tavern if you need to know more. He kicks us out. Oh wait, we're going to ask him about something else. Wasn't there two things to ask about? Huh. Well, the mayor's been murdered, and Dargard Keep, which is very close, has been, I I guess kidnapping villagers maybe is the idea, and the villagers would like us to rescue them, and they've been put under a guise, like a mind control kind of thing. Alright. Well, we were at the tavern before, but let's check this out again. The tavern keeper has nothing new to tell you. Get out of here, unless you want to buy something. What about Town Hall? It looks dark. We gotta go investigate the murder, because the mayor's bedchamber's back here. The town hall is empty and silent. The mayor's chair is draped in black. All meetings have been postponed until after the funeral. The mayor's quarters will remain empty until a new mayor is elected. But what about, like, the murder weapon? No luck. Anything over in this room? Definitely not. Alright. Well, Cerberus continues to be kind of a boring town. Now, I believe they have a graveyard connection somewhere. Oh, maybe that's the door on this side. So, in Dulcimer, this takes you to the Lost Woods, but maybe in Cerberus, this takes you to the graveyard. It does not. Oh, you just have to travel on the overworld map. That'll do. Twisting paths lead through the graveyard in all directions. People from Cerberus fill this area, preparing for the mayor's funeral. It's a little bit spooky. Okay. A man at the gate gives directions. Go north at the T intersection, turn left. Funeral's at the mausoleum off the path. A dog sits over a grave to the northeast. We better go check out that dog grave. First off, maybe we should save it, though. New area. The ward on this fence radiates evil. That doesn't seem proper. Where's the good dog? Well, we'll just explore. The chapel is empty. Cobwebs are forming in the corners. All the priests are dead. You find a dust-covered diary belonging to the graveyard's cleric. You read it in Journal 38. Alright. The diary contains mostly routine notes about the upkeep of the graveyard. Only the last entry is of interest. I fear old Loring, our gravedigger, has been stealing from the bodies. He started wearing a huge ruby far beyond his means and refuses to explain where he obtained it. Before I speak to Loring, I must check the words around the fence. It may be my imagination, but I sense something wrong with them. Well, clearly the wards have been corrupted by the forces of evil, as we've noticed immediately. We're pretty high-level adventurers. We know these sorts of things. Just exploring. The ward on this fence radiates evil. Yeah, that's not a good sign, is it? Let's just do the outward. I was gonna say, let's just take the tour around the outside of the graveyard. As you approach the gate, undead creatures burst out of the graves. Well, it's a good thing we were here, or else all the villagers would have been turned into whites. Dang it! First attack by the one white that we couldn't get to on turn 1, and we lose a level, essentially all of our experience. These guys have a THAC0 of 15, and they still managed. They got one attack. They have a 1 in 20 chance of hitting, especially against someone like Aaron with a really good negative AC. Okay, we're not dealing with this. We'll be back. Yeah. What am I gonna do? We're gonna reload the game. The trouble is, level drain, you can cure it with the restoration spell, but the experience that you lose is gone forever. And you can't recover it without save state hacking. And I don't want to have to try to figure out exactly how much we lost, so. This is probably the... Would I say this is the worst mechanic in the GoldBox games? Possibly. It's definitely not a nice mechanic, anyway. Alright, so let's not talk about that. Just for... I don't think it really matters, but let's go pick up the dust-covered diary again. We're not going to read it this time. Well, maybe we should try to find the mayor's funeral before we go after all the undead. That's where the funeral is. Clearly, this is not going to be a very happy funeral, though. The fence is surrounded by evil wards. The gravedigger's been stealing stuff. I don't even know where the gravedigger is. Alright, there's not too much to look at. Let's go check out the funeral first. The funeral is inside. Mourners fill the mausoleum. The funeral is for the mayor of Cerberus. During the service, you see the mayor's body twitch. Did you guys see that? Outraged mourners refuse to listen and continue the funeral despite your protests. Oh yeah, well, fine then. A few minutes pass, then the funeral is interrupted by laughter from outside. The mayor's body animates and lunges into the crowd. I mean, they didn't want to listen. It's just as bad as the last encounter, so immediately in melee with level draining whites. Come on, Pixel. There, we got all the whites and all the ghouls. That's how we do it. No experience, but hey, no one gets level drained. You hear screams as corpses drag themselves from the ground and attack all living beings. Thunder from above sounds like deep, triumphant laughter. You hear faint cries from the distance, and black smoke rises from the direction of Cerberus. The town and the graveyard must have been attacked simultaneously. You open the coffin. Thousands of tiny red spiders swarm out of the coffin and up your arms. You frantically brush them off, and the lid slams shut. Well, at least Aaron didn't take any damage. We can't not check these out now. More spiders. Only dust. Alright. Well, I figured we should check for undead, you know. Well, we do know, at the very least, that there's a band of marauding vampires. Oh, boy. These are just terrible encounters, man. Just to start in melee with enemies that can drain your levels. We were not successful in turning anything. That's crazy. I foresee a lot of reloading here. Okay, Tim. Oh boy, I'm sure glad we've got a Magir cleric right now with his high level turning. He gets +2 levels for his turning odds. Now, vampires might have been worth a lot of experience, but I don't care about experience right now. A patch of fresh earth looks as if something is buried here. Can we dig it up? I guess we don't have a shovel. Okay. An insane gravedigger stands here. His clothes are filthy, but he wears a bright ruby. He cackles. I'll bury you deep in the earth, yes. Let's see if we can maybe get him uncursed if we grab that ruby. You snatch the ruby and it shatters in your hand. The gravedigger sinks to the ground. He speaks. Alright. Journal 51. I found the ruby on my bed, he cries. I didn't steal it, I swear to you. I'm no thief, he says, flashing anger. I thought it was a gift from a mourner for my services. I thought nothing of it at first. He lapses into silence for a moment. Something happened to me. A few days after I found the ruby, my mind must have left me. I'm afraid I was led to serve some great evil, to do terrible things. He looks up at you fearfully. I killed the cleric. He was such a kind man. I stole the runes he placed around the graveyard to ward off evil and buried them outside. Next morning, new runes replaced them, and the place stunk of evil. What have I done? He buries his head in his hands and sobs. Well, that's good, though, because now we know where the proper runes are, right? He gives you a shovel and says that the true runes are buried right outside. You find a body. These are clearly the remains of the cleric that governed the graveyard. Will you dig up whatever's buried? Well, yes. You unearth 4 metal runes. A strong aura of goodness emanates. Well, we should probably do this then. You believe that replacing these runes around the graveyard fence would repel the undead within. Seems like a good idea in a world with death knights and liches and stuff to probably try and fix that. Okay, I think they're just going to be like west, north, south, east. So it shouldn't take too long to find all the runes on the outside of the fence. You destroy the evil ward, replace it with a good one. We'll check out mausoleums, I guess. We might find some treasure. Mostly spiders, of course. Oh! Well, I feel like we may have skipped something here. This coffin is locked, but you could use Ariella's key to open it. Sounds useful. Bats swarm out of a dark tunnel leading far underground. No. We'll save that for a little bit later. Whatever that is. Because I have no idea how you would know that that was the... I don't know how you'd ever connect that up. Like, we're just exploring right now. We found the the entrance to the next area. Just by accident. We gotta replace these wards first, and then we'll maybe try to save the town of Cerberus that's currently being attacked. You know, there's a few things to do. Okay, well, we've got some undead beasts and some gas. Now, none of these are level drainers, I don't think. The gas have stun touch, which is kind of annoying. I don't know if we can turn the undead beasts. Not very effectively. We can certainly fireball them, though. Ooh, the undead beast resists fire. Didn't know that. Probably can't turn them. Seems like they resist edged weapons too. Maybe. Maybe they just resist everything. Okay, they're a lot stronger than I initially thought. Oh, they actually have a lot of damage. They can do 2 attacks at 2d4 plus 1 and 1 attack at 3d8. So they have 2 weak attacks and 1 large attack every turn. They resist fire. And they're also immune to fire. Why not? No, they're not immune to fire. They're just, they took half damage. GoldBox doesn't know what's going on. GBC. They must resist bladed weapons. Because we're barely doing anything here. Why don't we try to be smart and use the mace? I think they just resist damage. Wow. They're potentially one of the more tanky enemy we've ran into. Not a ton of HP, but they don't take much damage. Okay, undead beasts. Good to know. Should we check this little baby mausoleum now? Some wraiths have captured a young man and are holding him here. Well, I guess we're going to save somebody, assuming we live. Yeah, these are all level drainers. Come on, turn undead. Turn undead. Thank you, Thornum. They're just too dangerous. If you don't get rid of them immediately, then you're going to have all your experience stolen. The captive passes out before he can thank you. You hide him as well as you can, and you get some bonus XP. Excellent. See? Who needs killing experience, like combat experience, when you get quest experience? Okay, let's try to clear... Before we're killed by vampires, let's try to, kind of looks like... Whatever level Thornum is like the minimum to turn wraiths. And then Tim is the level that can need to be Tim's bonus +2 levels to turn vampires. And it didn't even work. Uh-oh. That was definitely my own mistake there, but level drain, man. It's not very much fun. I would say, though, if you didn't lose experience permanently, I wouldn't mind. Like, I would just live with it. And then once we get back to a temple, you just cleanse it all off. But we can't do that. So, well, like, we can cleanse it. We just can't recover the experience. The permanent experience loss. It's kind of like permanently losing stats. The earth shifts at one of the graves, and you hear muffled cries. You unearth a woman and help her recover. Soon she's strong enough to hide. Apparently the villagers have been buried alive in the graveyard. That's great. Alright, one more ward to go. But the vampires attack again. Oh, man. Come on, Tim. You're up first. Get him. You got nothing. So then it's just a fight we can't win? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, we can try to fireball them down, but... I mean, we could win, but it's like guaranteed permanent loss. Just not a very good mechanic. Blame Gary Gygax. It's just a dumb mechanic. At least they take full damage from fireballs. Well... with good turn order and casting luck... not bad. So yeah, certainly manageable. It's just, if they go before you go, you just immediately, you know, die. Well, not die, but yeah. Okay, replace another ward. That should be all of them. There is a great sigh throughout the graveyard as the undead attackers are reduced to dust. Evil has again been banished in this area. Bonus experience. Is there any more villagers, like, buried underground we should rescue? I don't know if it's worth, like... Because we did get quite a lot of bonus experience for digging that girl out. Like, I don't know if it's worth actually, like, making sure we cleared the zone. It's possible those events only happen before you... Oh, there's the dog! I couldn't figure out where the dog was. It's possible those, like, rescue events only happen during the siege, and then now that we've saved this area, it's no longer possible. Well, let's say, hello, doggo. A large dog sits on its master's grave. The dog stops growling. When you move, it follows. Well, what are we supposed to do with this dog? We've got a dog following us around. Okay, hold on. This seems like we might have done things out of order again here. I'm just pulling up my clue book. Let's see what we're supposed to do here. I don't think I messed it up, but we might have missed something. Alright. 27. The graveyard. So that's what it looks like. So you can't come here until after doing the dragon pit. We did all the wards. If the characters are kind to the dog follows them around. Oh, that's neat. The chances of being able to rest during the attack are improved by having the dog. So if you needed to rest to heal up or restore spells in the graveyard, which seems like a terrible idea, the dog defends you while you sleep. But, you know, we already cleansed the bad things. That's neat. Just see if there's any events we may have missed out on here. Insane Gravedigger. Shovel. Suspiciously, a secret entrance into Dargard Keep. I wonder why. And then a mourner captive that we fought him in here. Okay, well I think I got lucky and I found both the buried woman and the guy in held captive by the whites. So we just happened to stand on the 2 tiles that had events. Okay, cool. So I think we found everything. Before we go through that mysterious tunnel that we shouldn't know about, I assume the cleric in Cerberus will tell us more about that once we finish saving the town. Like, we gotta save this town. The dog runs back to his graveyard. Okay. So, what's going on? This is the main street leading into Cerberus. The smell of burning wood fills the air. You hear screams and fighting from the north. Oh boy, undead everywhere. And all of them at short range. Specters and wraiths, huh? That's not what I meant to do. Also, whatever I did crashed the game. Wow. That's the first time I've had an actual game freeze. I mean, I can move the mouse, but I can't, Huh. I don't think I've ever seen this game crash. I don't know what I did. I don't know why that... Whatever key combination I accidentally typed there just crashed the game. Cool. Sure hope I saved recently. Probably should have saved when I entered the... should have saved when I entered Cerberus. It's been a bit of a messy episode there, future tubers. Things are not going quite according to plan, to be fair here. Alright, so we did not save after finishing the wards, which would have been a very smart thing to do. We saved after rescuing this guy, and then we have to rescue the girl again. Alright, we saved the girl that was buried alive. And we rush over to the last wards. But this time we get attacked by undead rocks. Huh. Sure. Let's throw a lightning bolt at him. How dangerous are these? Good question. Not a great lightning bolt. I probably could have reflected it back. Kind of just was lazy firing it straight line. Oh, they get a lot of attacks. Not too bad, though. I'd rather fight those than vampires. Oh, I didn't do the one on the south exit yet. More vampires. Okay, we can backstab the vampire. Tim, turn him. Alright. We actually got 600 experience for killing a vampire finally, rather than always turning them. It's the middle of the day. What are the vampires doing outside? Alright. That area is cleared. This time, before we go in, heal up and save. I won't spend time resting, because that's kind of cheating, I feel like, in the middle of an attack, you know. But I will at least heal and save, and then head to the next area. Alright. Undead creatures attack us. Once again. Just don't crash the game. I'll throw 2 fireballs. Maybe I should have tried turning undead with Tim. I figured with all the damage we do from fireballs, we should try to get the experience. I don't know for sure if if the ghost specters can drain AD. And we'll never find out. Alright, they're not even really worth that much XP. Okay, you hear more screaming from the north, and you're not allowed to save because you need to do your password input first. Thanks, game. Alright, right in the middle of a dungeon, trying to just fight your way through, and nope. Password. Look, pull out your manual, flip through all the pages. Rulebook 6. Word 5 after adventuring is party. This does not feel like a party when I have to do this every time. Okay. Let's keep going to the north. Hey, where's my characters? There we go. Undead marauders fill Cerberus, destroying houses and stores. The citizens have barricaded themselves in the town hall, but the undead are on the verge of breaking in. I guess we have to help them out. As you try to enter the town hall, you're swarmed by giant zombies. Well, we know these guys are not that bad. Alright. This should be pretty straightforward. There you go. There you go, villagers. Now that the zombies are defeated, it's safe to enter. Sure. A group of people are huddled here. Hammering fills the air as the windows are boarded up. A man steps forward and addresses the team. Journal 48. Never before has this town had such ill fortune. First, the assassination of our good mayor, now this! Legions of undead have invaded the town. They desire only our lives and the destruction of our house. Dark shapes peer through the windows before boards are quickly nailed into place, blocking their view. It was the fortune teller, says a teenage girl. I saw him giving orders to the creatures as I was running from the market. Her father interrupts. The important thing is to save the cleric, Zachary. Only he can open the door to the armory. With our weapons, we can destroy these accursed invaders. Okay. Remember, Zachary's house is in the northwest. Fine, I guess I'll do everything. You find signs of a struggle. It appears that Zachary has been seized by the invaders. Well, how am I supposed to free him if he's been seized? So where did the invaders put him? Not in the stocks. The walls of the inn are gouged and bloodstained. The innkeeper's nowhere in sight. But specters spot you. Turn them, please. Apparently we can't turn specters. Maybe. One more try? No. Alright. Fireballs it is. Let's see if 2 fireballs are enough. That's quite a few specters. If I knew for sure that they didn't drain levels, I'd just fight them normally, but... At this point, I'm assuming every undead we fight has the ability to steal your experience. They're not... I mean, they're not that tough. Alright, well, I don't think it's going to be safe to rest here. If you need to rest, maybe go to the town hall. The tavern is a shambles. Broken glass covers the floor. Well, maybe it was the fortune teller, and we need to go back to the fortune teller's hut to find the cleric. There's not a whole lot of other places. Please get all the wraiths. Okay, 1 left is fine. The Farmer's Bazaar has been, who knows, I didn't get a chance to read it. The fortune teller's tent is closed, and you hear gravelly voices debating within. Get him. The fortune teller is here, holding a dagger against Zachary's throat. He snarls with rage when you enter, and turns against you instead. Ooh, look at all these mages. Well. Well, well, well. How would you like to be stinking gassed? You're gonna have a hard time casting magic in a cloud of farts. Stupid wizards, they didn't even have a chance. Not that I'm complaining, it's just funny. The stinking cloud is just probably too powerful. But hey, the game gets all those stupid mechanics like level drain and stealing your experience. So I might as well take advantage of the cheap stuff as well. Alright. Ooh, that's a lot of experience. 6,000. Not too shabby for a pretty quick fight. Let's detect magic here, because there could be definitely something good. Looks like just regular drops. Now, one of the mages, I assume, was the fortune teller, and you'd think he would have something better than the rest. So maybe one of those bracers is worth picking up? I don't think I care about a magical quarterstaff. The darts are all magical too. Well, let's pick this stuff up. It's probably garbage, but you know. Hey there, MMX. We'll take one quarterstaff just to see what it is. Zachary is grateful, but weak from his ordeal. He murmurs an incantation to open the armory for you and the townspeople, then asks you to bear him to the town hall. Alright. To the town hall we go. Here you go. You bring Zachary to the safety of the town hall. He tells the crowd that they may enter the armory now. The townspeople rush off to retrieve their weapons and slay the undead. Okay, good. We don't have to deal with them anymore. Away, my minions! Slay the undead. You deserve a reward, Zachary says. Go northeast to the armory and take whatever you think is fair. Oh, we will. We deserve a reward. The magical barricade has been lowered. Most of the weapons have been removed because we spent too much time talking to Zachary, but a few good ones remain. Okay. We got some money. I don't care. You can have your money. But we get some gauntlets, a ring, ooh, a chainmail. Gauntlets and rings. Those are really good. Mace could be good. Okay. Tim is overloaded. Pixel. Alright, we got lots of goodies now. So we're going to have to go get that identified. That'll take a little bit of work, but nice, nice. Okay, is that it? Just money, yeah. So is that town... Wait. Well, I don't feel guilty at all. For all the tricks the game does to me, we're doing a trick on the game today, guys. I don't know what this stuff is, but we're getting a lot of it. Whatever it is. Everyone gets a set of gear from the treasury. So Rob's got a set of stuff. Drow's got a set of stuff. Tim doesn't have enough room. Pixel's got a set of stuff. Thornum's got a set of stuff. And Aaron's got a set of stuff. We'll do it one more time so that we got 6 full sets of whatever this is. Doo-doo-doo! Thanks, Armory. You weren't... You can only get in once, but once you're inside, you can walk around as much as you want. And the event just triggers infinitely. Well, there's a little bit of a bug. Just a little bug. Okay, townspeople cheer. So is this, are we done now? Do you have to fight a boss or anything? Is there a lich that's invading the attack? Looks like that might have been it. We rescued Zachary, and the townspeople immediately fought off the undead. Looks like the town is pretty much destroyed, though, overall. But it seems like we've done all we needed to do. I was expecting someone to be like, you know, there's a crypt in the, graveyard that, has an interesting name on it. Because right now, we still don't have a link between why we got that key from Ariella and why it opens that door in the graveyard. So I don't want to go through it just yet until we have some sort of understanding of why we're doing that. I'm sure there's a reason, I just don't know what it is. Okay, well that was a little bit of a lackluster finale, but... You know, we, I believe, have now rescued Cerberus. We stopped the attack on the graveyard. We fixed the wards, and then we, you know, we saved the town. Also got a bunch of magical gear. Our next target is, for now, well, okay. Just in case I missed again something, before we go back to Gargith Outpost ID stuff, let's have a look at the town of Cerberus and see if there's any hints that I missed. Like maybe I talked, like when I was talking to the cleric, maybe I asked him questions in the wrong order or something. Okay, town of Cerberus. So 7 tells you of the assassination of the mayor, and we do know that citizens of Cerberus are being forced to work as servants in Dargard. So we have sort of a reason to go to Dargard Keep. Oh, spoilers alert. Apparently we could sell a rug. If we went to the bazaar and bought a rug, if we could find one, we could sell it for a profit here. That's kind of cool. I guess that's it. Seems like it kind of just ended sort of quickly, but someone's got to tell us why we're trying to get into Dargard Keep, or why specifically this mausoleum had a locked door that Ariella had the key for, and I still have no idea why that's true. Anyway, maybe someone will explain that to us one of these days. Okay, we could go to the Lost Woods right now. Meet up with some fairies. We're just trying to... There was no undead after all. We were attacked by some cursed gems. Sure hope the game isn't bugged out. That was weird. I've never had an attack by nothing. Maybe the undead were just like, no, let's not mess with blue. We know... I know what we're getting into. Okay. Have I played the third game? Only a little. It's hard. As a kid, this is the game I could never finish. I always got like, I don't know, 75% through and then stuck. Okay, that should be enough money for identification. Pool gold. Let's just start at the bottom and start IDing stuff. Actually, let's start with the bracers, because I don't know if any of these are worth anything. If they're all bracers of AC 6, we'll just sell them all and leave the money here, honestly. But you could just stock your warehouse with those and make a ton of money. So darts plus 3, that's kind of good, I guess. And there was a quarterstaff plus 2. Anyway, most of this stuff, it's not very useful for us. I'm not sure why one bracer was worth 2,900. and another was worth 3,000. It's kind of weird. I'll put the quarterstaff in this warehouse, though. So we got a ton of money. That's the trouble. More money than you can carry. Okay, let's start with Rob and work our way up. What do we got? I mean, I don't even know if they work. In the last game, I never saw it work a single time. Should we feel guilty about having a whole bunch of these? I don't know. Oh, it only gets you to 1800. That's not even that big of a buff. I mean, Ring of Protection plus 3 is pretty good. Doesn't work with the plate mail, though. Maze of Disruption, though. Oof. So, we just sort of accidentally got 6 of potentially the ultimate maces. Does blue feel guilty? I might store all of them except 1 or 2. I haven't decided yet. I mean, the game does some nasty tricks on us, so having all these extra magical loots sort of took advantage of just sort of take advantage of the game mechanic, you know? They said take as much out of the armory as you think is fair. Well, I think this is fair. Now, the Gauntlets of Ogre Power won't actually do anything for Aaron. They will help Thornum out a little bit. But that doesn't make much difference. To be fair, that stuff doesn't make much of a difference. Like, I should move a set down to Thornum. Or, from Aaron to Tim. There we go. So Thornum's got that. Gauntlets on. Pixel. Got this gauntlets. Tim can get, you know, a little bit of effect. Like, I think if you're at 18-90, you've got 7 Thaco and a +7 hit, or +7 damage. This gave you +2 damage and -1 Thaco. That's a nice little upgrade. That's like an extra +1 or +2 on your weapon. I probably shouldn't complain. Now all of these Ring of Protection +3s, those are pretty good too. Now Aaron already had one. Oh no, he already had a red, so it's +1 for him because he had a Ring of Protection +2. So that's a little upgrade for him. And then Drow already had one, so it doesn't really make too much difference to him. Anyone else would need, like, not magical armor. So interestingly, regular plate mail and a Ring of Protection +3 would be better than what we currently have. Although we'd be slowed down by it. Because this won't work. Even though the +3 should be bigger than +1, but contradict. I don't think the chainmail's very good, though. Interesting. Well, we're going to want to end this episode, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of inventory management with all this extra gear we've got, and decide if I want to keep it or not. I guess we could check in with the Knight Commander here. Oh, it's been quiet since you left. Surely the Fiend saw us work. Yeah, usually he doesn't tell us anything. You just report on what you've been up to. We can train up. So a couple level ups, whatever. We're just going to pretend that they're here right now. It doesn't really matter. Alright, Pixel is a level 9 Cleric. Congratulations. Rob is a level 11 Mage. Our first level 11 Mage. Oh. Oh. Well, that means Delayed Blast Fireball. Ooh. So that's a friendly spell. Not very friendly for the enemies, but DBP, you'll be able to set a timer on it and have it explode later on if you want, but for the most part you just cast it and it explodes. It's real good. It's basically just a fireball in this game, but it's more fireballs, so. We could learn 3 of them now if we wait till full moon. So simple little level up there, nothing too crazy. I suppose because we just got to this point, let's show off the level 7 spells for the future tubers, or the live tubers that don't know about what type of magic is in the Krynn games at level 7. So we're getting pretty close to the top tier of spells in this game. So there's just those 3 spells. What? Delayed Blast Fireball is supposed to be White Mage only? That doesn't sound... I don't believe that. This is an evocation spell. Red mages can learn them. Well, maybe I just cheated. Whatever. That's a... I don't feel like... I think this is a typo. Because there's a list of what types of spells each robe can use somewhere. And they can both cast evocation, red and white. It should say somewhere up in the class description. At least it did in the last game. Where's the mages? Mages. See page 15 for more information. Page 15. More information. Magic. Mages. Moons. No, it's, maybe it's not in this book. I know in the, in Champions of Krynn's guidebook, there was a little, list of which schools each type of mage could cast from. And it was pretty clear that white and red could both use evocation. And unless I'm crazy, Delayed Blast Fireball should be evocation. Spheres of Magic, yeah, they don't actually have the list here. Well, we may have just cheesed the system a bit. If I had tried to level up in the, in-game rather than GoldBox Companion, I guess we would have seen if the game thinks it's locked. Well, I can undo it with the editor if I feel guilty enough later on, but let's look at the level 7 magic. So, Delayed Blast Fireball. Yeah, see, right here. That was a typo in the chart. It says it correctly here, I'm sure. More powerful version of the 3rd level spell, penetrates minor globes of invulnerability, usable by white and red robe mages. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that's alright. The other spells are kind of garbage, though. Mass Invisibility, it's not like Greater Invisibility from the later on games. You can't attack and stay invisible, so once you have attack, you lose your invisibility, or once you cast a spell, you lose it. It does affect the group, but it's not that powerful. It's like one time you're invisible and then it's gone, I think. And then Power Word Stun is garbage. If an enemy is below a certain HP, they are basically guaranteed stunned, which is good, but it's single target, and I don't think they even get a saving throw, basically. Now, magical immunities, like those Skeleton Knights that have 90% magic immune, they'll still ignore it. But most things that aren't magic immune just immediately, if they've got low enough HP, they just get immediately stunned, which is good. But most of the things that are difficult are going to have lots of HP and be immune to it, or just be a magic immune anyway, like a Lich. Anyway, cool. I think we're gonna end the episode here. We should go to the bar first just to see if there's any updates. Sometimes we run into one of the knight commanders in here, but looks like maybe not this time. Just lots of talking, lots of drinking, standard bar behavior. Okay, so I would say the next thing for us to do will be to go follow the, well, I guess there's 2 places. We could try to go to Dargard Keep for some reason without really understanding why, or we could go to the woods behind Dulcimer, which is what we were asked to do by Sebas. So that's where I'm going to go next, and I'll deal with my inventory situation off camera. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with all the details, so maybe I'll give a short overview on that when we get back next episode. And we'll, we'll rememorize our spells and stuff, all that. So, future tubers, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.